George Galloway ripped into the Brussels establishment for living in denial over Britain's departure from the EU. Speaking to RT, he warned that the EU wants the UK to stay in the bloc as a way of forcing Britain to help bail out the European economies badly damaged by the coronavirus crisis. Mr. Galloway also called EU negotiator Michel Barnier's bluff of a no-deal Brexit, pointing out that the EU is in a far worse shape due to the pandemic than the UK is. This comes after Mr. Barnier criticised the UK for setting unrealistic deadlines and demands for a post-Brexit deal. However, he also went on to demand a lump sum payment to the EU budget if Boris Johnson is forced to extend the Brexit deadline beyond the end of this year. During his press conference on Friday afternoon, Mr. Barnier hit out at British officials for deliberately running down the clock, during an update on the talks in Brussels on Friday afternoon. The chief EU negotiator also criticised the British refusal to negotiate away access to Britain's fishing waters, warning it could even scupper a trade deal with Brussels. However, the EU is in a poor economic shape after the recent nationwide lockdowns across the bloc to deal with the coronavirus outbreak. EU member states agreed to a proposal for a €1 billion recovery fund to help badly hit states like Italy and Spain rebuild after the crisis. It is now unanimously acknowledged in Brussels that the EU faces an unprecedented recession after the pandemic. The RT host told Mr. Galloway, the talks aren't going very well between the UK and EU before the UK leaves on the 31st December. The EU wants to delay that date for another 2 years because of coronavirus. BBC Breakfast, Jonathan Ashworth criticises coronavirus app. But the UK seems to be moving full steam ahead, pandemic or no pandemic. It seems to me like a divorce case where one spouse is begging the other not to move out yet even when the divorce has been finalized by the courts. Mr. Galloway responded, "Beautifully put. We are like Steve McQueen in The Great Escape, we are out of there at the end of the year. This is the denial in which the EU is living. That somehow we will stay for another 2 years and help to shoulder the burden of the EU's economic collapse, of course." He continued, "Well, we won't do it. The people won't stand for it, the government won't agree to it. We are leaving." If the EU negotiators want to compound the critical intensive care state of their economic situation they have in the EU by starting a trade war with us just because we have the temerity to leave them, I'm afraid they will suffer from that more than we will. This comes as Tory MP and prominent Brexiteer Mark Francois said that Boris Johnson will be able to break the EU's defiance on several key negotiation elements. Speaking on Talk Radio, the MP dismissed pleas from the EU to extend the transition period beyond this year, but warned that Brussels will try their best to pressure the UK into a delay.